Homeschooling is a subject that is very important to my family, because this year we decided to homeschool my brother. It is something we had talked about for a few years, but hadn't made the decision yet. When my sister and I decided to attend college in Lansing, we moved, and my mom couldn't find a school that she wanted to send my brother to. So we agreed to homeschool and started looking into specific requirements and curriculums for homeschooling. According to an article from Michigan State University, there may be as many as 100,000 students homeschooled in Michigan. And that is 10% of the population, 2,000 of which actually report to an educational facility. The number is uncertain because Michigan law does not require parents and students to register with the state. Obviously, this is a large number, and education is important in our country, whether it's financial issues or quality of education. I want to tell you about a few of the components of Michigan homeschooling, specifically the areas of reporting or attendance, curriculums, and testing. The first part of this is attendance. Michigan law does not require students who are homeschooled to report to an educational facility in any way. In fact, about 2%, it doesn't mean that they don't, but 2% of the population that is supposedly homeschooled do. Whether they report is entirely up to the parent. This means that the child and the parent can do their schooling Monday through Fridays, or just Mondays and Wednesdays. Any schedule is possible. Scheduling may really not seem like a complicated concept, but parents can get help anyway. They can get help from their local schools or various sites online, such as homeschoolingmichigan.com. This is not the only site, however. There are many sites that you can get help for all areas of homeschooling. Having a schedule is a must if you want to keep your child at a good pace, but a schedule is nothing without a curriculum. Michigan law states that there's no specific curriculum that you must follow. So the parent can get creative with not only the scheduling, but the topics that the child learns and when they can learn them. This is especially nice because if your child is a fast learner, you can speed up the pace of the teaching or vice versa. The parent has complete control over when, what, and how the child learns. The child can learn math on Mondays, and history on Tuesdays, or a little of every subject each day. There are many places the parent can go to get help with the curriculum. First of all, there are the local schools that you can get help from. Many people work out a deal with the local schools and get help from them. You can also go to your local library for books, bookstores, or even online. The same sites that you get help for scheduling you can use for curriculums. There are many types of books to use, from books on certain subjects to specific curriculum books geared towards certain grade levels. For my younger brother, my mother has set up a curriculum based on information that she feels is important from various websites to add to a standard curriculum. This is an example of what their scheduling looks like. They just have a basic Monday through Friday and the different subjects, and they write down what they do each day. There are several sites where you can purchase full curriculum that includes all the materials that you are needing for each grade level. They can cost as much as $2,000, and they leave little room for any extra educational events such as field trips and current events. My mother chooses to use resources online and the local library to keep costs at a minimum. One of the exciting aspects of homeschooling is that there's no limit to the creativity. For example, my mother and my younger brother have planned trips over the course of the next 5 years. They will take them to every state in the country. This is a great way to study geography and social science by actually traveling to different states and experiencing firsthand different cultures. In a few weeks, they will leave on their first trip, which will include Florida, Georgia, Tennessee, Kentucky, and Mississippi. They will visit museums and the Capitol buildings and other historic sites. My younger brother, who is 10 years old, has been researching the trip online. He's looked up information about each state and has planned an itinerary for them to follow. The trip will take about 14 days. Now that you have your schedule and your curriculum, you know that you want to know where your child is at. How are you doing? That leaves testing. This is what really tells you whether your methods of teaching are effective and if the homeschool child is on course with other students his age. Like the first two components of schooling, Michigan does not require you to take mandatory testing. If you feel that the standard tests are important, you can arrange to take them at a local school or online. Homeschooling.gomilpetus.com is a site with a collection of other sites that provide you with resources for testing for homeschooling. This is just one of many sites that you can get help for testing, along with the other two components. As you can see, there's a lot of flexibility when it comes to homeschooling here in Michigan. That does not mean, however, that it doesn't work. The 100,000 or so children that are homeschooled here are evidence of that. Hopefully you've learned something valuable, and if you plan on homeschooling or know someone who is, you can inform them of these aspects of Michigan homeschooling and maybe help someone out.